Hello, everybody. Welcome on back. I believe that we are just about ready to go on to our fourth and final game of the day. Remember, though, we do have more matches coming at you tomorrow. This has been a very busy week when it comes to Ku5ogrande. I'm really enjoying it. Well, you know what? We have one last person to come and choose a game for us, and honestly, I think he's a little bit jealous. I think they're a little bit jealous of the game that was chosen last, because guess what? They chose it before. Let's go ahead and welcome on in Tristan. Here they come. Tristan, come join. Maybe. Are you here, Tristan? Quack. Quack.
Quack.
Quack. Ah, yes, there you are. Hello.
Quack.
Quack.
Hi.
Yeah, everybody's excited for duck noises, I guess.
I've started using one of the songs from Whizball, or WizKid, I should say, the one with the duck quacking in the background, as like my stream sign-off jingle, and everyone loves it.
Oh, I love it. I like ducks. Ducks are just fantastic. Like, they're the purest of all birds, I guess.
Ducks are amazing because they're not geese.
Oh yeah, they're much better than geese. Sorry, all you geese lovers out there. Go ahead and go smooch a goose for all I care.
I've been distrustful of geese ever since I tried to drive into the office during an emergency, and there was a flock of geese blocking the driveway. So I honked my horn to get them to move, and one of them looked me dead in the eyes and honked back and just didn't move.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dead serious.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, here's the deal. You know, you previously had chosen JJ and Jeff for another tournament, I believe Kuso 3. And this game that we have coming up next is definitely not that, but it sort of still is in your wheelhouse. Like, I recognize the name.
Yeah, this was one that was given out in Kuso 2, not by me. I think you were still picking most of the games in, but I hopped in to do co-commentary. And this is something that I speedran at Best of NES and BBG, except it's not the NES version. This is Tensai Bakabon, the Game Boy version of Heisei Tensai Bakabon.
Okay. Yeah, I did know this existed, but that's about all I knew about this game. That it was a real video game, and I'm very terrified about what we're going to see here. Honestly, this could be really, really a big pain in the butt. Is it better or worse than the Nintendo version?
It is different. It is meaner, but the continue system is kinder. So I expect to see more deaths, but deaths don't send you as far back, so I actually expect to see more progress than we saw in the NES version's match a while ago. Also, I'm really excited for the basement of the circus level, because something went very wrong with the audio processing and the composition of the music, and you'll hear it when you get there. I recommend turning it up when we get there.
Oh, good. Okay, I am working on getting just the last touches here, as in actually capturing all of them. So don't worry, we've got a little bit of time. Everybody, just so you remember, Ku5ogrande consists of 1-hour matches where the players are trying to make as much progress as they can through a game that they've never played in a single hour. Now, the big twist with this is that with Ku5ogrande, we tend to stick with games that are either strange or bad, and usually we err on choosing bad games more than anything else. I would say that Bakabon for NES is definitely one of those strange games that you could consider bad, but maybe has some redeemable value. Here's the deal. I like it.
I think the conclusion we came to when it was raced last was every way it's bad is a deliberate set piece on the part of the developers. They did this on purpose.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Do you feel like that is something that's purposeful in this version of the game as well?
So this version is very, very similar to the NES version. The main difference is you have a lot of the same levels, but they're chunked up with like a more granularity. One screen is less of each level.
Okay.
And then when you die, you leave off, you continue right from the screen you got to instead of the beginning of the stage. And that's basically the only difference. To compensate for continues being more polite, though, some additional obstacles have been strewn around. The boss fights are harder. Just in general, the game is a little bit harder, and it makes the weird controls even more prevalent.
I love it. Absolutely am thrilled to see what happens with this match. Question, is there a possibility we'll see Tanukis?
That is possible. They have not been changed from the NES version, but we've had that talk before about the NES version.
We'll go ahead and talk about it if Tanukis arrive. Don't worry, it's very accurate, okay? And that's okay for all the children watching. It can be a science lesson. Yeah, welcome to Japanese video games, where some of their humor was a little bit different than allowed American humor, you know? And I'm completely cool with those cultural differences. I think it's fun.
In addition, there is the basement of the first level where you have Manji in the background, but I expect everyone here is an adult about that.
Yeah, you're all adults. You'll see it. A few people are probably going to crack jokes. Just don't crack too many, okay? And you'll be fine. That's what I figure. That's my philosophy. Yeah, and I would say that if any parents don't believe in science, then now's a good time to shelter your children.
I mean, where I live,
not
we're
quite
all
yet.
Sheltered right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know it, Tristan. It's been a little bit tiring, but at the same time, you know, I'm willing to stick it out by staying in and just managing to get along doing that. It's been a little bit stressful, but at the same time, whatever. It's fine.
I came across a really good song, like a theme song for this month. Unfortunately, it's full of obscenity and I can't share it, but the paraphrase of the title is Stay the Heck at Home. It's by this like 65-year-old man with a grand piano, old-timey style, and it's really good.
Ooh, I like old-timey style. Do old-timey music. That's probably not how it goes. Let me go ahead and turn the audio up real quick so we can hear this beautiful nothing. Is there any audio on the title screen?
There's not, and you may want to ask Seawolf to like start or something if you need audio balance, or we can do it live.
Okay, somewhere with audio. I need your audio. I want to hear the noise. Or the beauty. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, though. Just, okay. That was a good choice. It would have hurt people's ears.
Like that time you tried to check in on someone's audio when they weren't running audio?
I can't recall, but probably.
Like, let's see what this person's audio sounds like, and you tune in, and there's just, like, this plus 40 decibel explosion.
That sounds about right, yeah. Well, here is the game. Oh, I know this music.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite jank games. I've run it in a ton of marathons, the NES version anyway. I kind of want to learn this one and run it for Handheld Heroes at some point because I adore the game so much.
I just really enjoy the original game anyway, you know? Oh my gosh. Ignore. Everybody, just pay attention to the beautiful tunes, the scrolling Nintendo. Don't pay attention to anything that I might have just changed. Yeah, I am excited. It looks like everybody is ready. So I'm going to do the countdown. Everybody, I want you to go ahead and spam all of your milk or ramen emotes. What else, Tristan?
If you have mustaches.
Okay, mustaches. Umbrellas. I think those show
Umbrellas.
up. If you have any tanukis, I guess. Cheese. That's kind of like ramen. Okay. And we are off to a very quick beginning. So let's talk about this game and what's going on, what people are going to notice.
Okay, so I call this, as a tongue-in-cheek reference to the game, the Dad Bod Simulator. Oh, and we have our first plonk from Wag there.
Oh, I love it.
Wag managed to faceplant into a one-tile box in the air. That is something that you can do in this game that you can't really do in the NES version.
Nah, I've done it, I think. Oh, no, you can't. You're right, yeah.
Yeah, you grab onto it, but in this version, if you don't grab onto it just right, you faceplant into it. You immediately get into this mini-boss fight, but the first thing you'll notice different from the NES version is when you continue, you leave off right at the boss fight instead of the beginning of the stage. Anyway, as far as Dad Bod Simulator goes, every animation has a ton of animation frames, and you're going to see all of them every time you do the animation. Everything's incredibly fluid, but incredibly slow, and it feels like if you yourself, IRL, tried to do these acrobatics that the player character is doing.
Yeah, mind you, from what I'm seeing, it pretty much has all of the mechanics from the NES game, including fall damage, including you move like a bowling ball, including being able to grab the edge of blocks. Like, this is a really good adaptation.
It is. It's a very faithful port, which is why I knew it was going to be an impressive watch.
RPG Chick is at one of the biggest beginning walls of the game right here, and that's figuring out how to use the umbrella to get over this wall.
That's right. At this particular location, you can do a context-based thing when you jump, where instead of jumping, you do this pogo pole vault thing with your umbrella. Again, it's contextual, you can't just do this anywhere, and it replaces your normal jump, and you have to be moving forward to actually get over this wall, which RPG Chick is seeing.
Yeah, it's really bad. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we're here for a good 3 or 4 minutes at the least.
Yeah, I gave them the very basics for the controls, because I feel part of the fun of this one is figuring this out as you go.
Yeah,
so
what
did
you give them with controls? What? Wag the dog managing to damage boost his way. Oh my gosh, that is so dumb. Oh.
Hey, if it works.
I mean, it worked, but unfortunately, you know, Wag did not learn a key piece of information for how to do that the correct way, which may affect him on this next attempt.
Yep, and because he died soon after, he has to do this screen again, which means he'll get another opportunity to learn it. Another thing I also didn't tell the racers is that if you hold B while moving, you can run, which is something they may not figure out, because most people, when you run in a Mario-like game, you hold B first, right? But in this, if you hold B first, you pull your umbrella out.
Yeah. Like Seawolf right there. If you accidentally pull your umbrella out, your momentum just dies. And you're going to land on whatever was below you that you didn't want to land on.
Right. Now, usually I do give pretty extensive guidelines on controls out, because I feel in many situations what I want to test in a race is not how quickly you can figure the controls out, but this is a special case, because the Ku5ogrande is the controls.
Yeah, like 100% it's the controls. Seawolf landing on the spikes again. Like, I actually think that when you get used to the controls, this game actually controls really well.
I agree. It does exactly... It's consistent. It does exactly what it's out to do. It's just moon logic.
Oh, yeah. People are definitely still struggling with this jump. Ku5ogrande and the RPG chick, not surprising. Hey, Wag managed to get over the spikes and onto the next area. I believe Seawolf is there as well.
Yep, and this introduces the umbrella hook that you have to hook onto and then hit A at the right time to fly off of. And that's the end of 1-1 for Seawolf. You get a health refill, which introduces the live system, which up until about a month ago, I didn't know how this worked. I finally figured it out. You start the game with 0 lives. When you die, you just game over. Every 10,000 points, you get an extra life, sort of, in the form of when you die, this eel dog thing, which I think is literally its name, is eel dog, will fly out with a bottle of milk to heal you. Milk gives you 3 heart. So usually at the end of 1-2 or so is when you get your first 10k and can get your first extra life. Up until then, you hit 0 health, you die, game over.
Oh my gosh, there are just so many noises in this game. And I like
them. This is a game of noises. Like, I'm not a person of noises typically, but this is a game of noises.
Okay, sure, still trying to figure this one out. If you are running and you do the jump, you can get over just fine. But you have to be moving.
Right, you have to be moving, and preferably you have to be moving at running speed.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, everybody, you should try doing this, because none of this is trivial at all. By the way, Seawolf managed to do pretty well on the swinging section right there. I remember it being very oddly difficult when it came to the NES version.
Yeah, there's a weird timing thing with it where your angle of attack when you're swinging only changes like every 10 frames or so. It's very slow.
Yes.
But at the forward-most sprite of the swing, there's actually 2 different intensities in which you can fly off. And it's really hard to figure out where that line is.
See, oh, I told you Wag the dog was going to run into a wall because he didn't learn the correct way to get past this section. Let's see if he manages to do this right here. Yep.
So Seawolf is where my favorite audio in the game is.
Like the music? So good. I like the lions. They're cute. Rah. Rah. There's so many sounds.
How do you feel about this music at a Seawolf's stream?
I love it. Although it kind of hurts, but I love it.
So this is the same song as the NES version, but for some reason it's become even more shrill and intense in the Game Boy audio chip.
Let's see. Seawolf is probably gonna get stuck between the blocks. It's fine. It's a good... Wait, what? He actually just stood between a couple of the blocks.
Yeah, these aren't real pits. You can just stand in them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that they weren't real pits, but I thought that you would normally just get stuck between them, holding on to the edges.
Oh, yeah, it depends on how you land in them. You can actually land in them and not end up like that.
I love it.
You can grab onto the right side of the pit and then tap down to drop down, and you'll just stand in it.
Oh, Wag is getting destroyed by this lion. It's okay. What you have to do is jump and basically not push a direction and be in the middle of what you want to climb. Wag is
RPG
definitely confused, though.
Still trying to figure out how to get the forward momentum to get over this wall.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. The controls are not intuitive. Now, Andy, by the way, in chat is saying that he doesn't think he'd hate this. I love this game, actually. At least the NES version, I think, is a blast. Fully recommended. I'm unsure about the Game Boy version, but it's pretty faithful already.
Yeah, this is definitely more endearingly jank than terrible, which I'm wont to give out once in a while.
And Kaishura just trying to damage boost.
Oh, okay,
but...
there's the damage boost.
Well.
No!
No, RPG Chick! Well, RPG Chick has died there multiple times with that bird causing problems. I think she has managed to do a little bit of the damage boost, but just can't survive long enough.
Yeah, and that's not the intended way to get over that, so in the future when there's another wall like that, that's not gonna help.
Yeah. I hope she should be able to figure it out. Like, I've got faith. We've seen people get through really obscure, really terrible things. RPG Chick can do this.
Yeah, I always just feel so bad when someone gets stuck on a mechanic. It's usually why I do give out explicit control lists, but that wouldn't have even helped here because this is such an emergent thing of the control set.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
love it.
I mean, if you specifically said run and jump to use Umbrella Vault. Oh, RPG Chick almost got the damage boost there. Not gonna happen this time.
Is the lion random? Random in a subset that if you've played the game a whole lot, you can kind of predict what he's going to do.
Yes.
When it finishes swinging, it won't swing again for long enough to get by.
Yep.
The problem is it can swing 1 to 3 times.
Yeah, so it, you know, just watch the pattern for a little bit, figure out how it's going to go. Wag managing to get past there. Seawolf jumping through this pit section as well. Oh my gosh. I love the snakes, though. They're the cutest.
The snakes are
Seawolf is
good.
smart, waiting until the snake goes away, but you want to start trying to climb while the snake is on the screen. Otherwise, it will pop out and probably get you. But luckily, we get milk, so we're fine. Now, one thing that is also helpful that maybe people haven't quite noticed yet is that when you're doing any platforming at all, when you land, you have a split second to pause. You pause for a split second, and at that time, you can sort of take a look at everything around you and see, do I need to jump again right away, or what? Honestly, it is annoying at first to have that sort of stuttering, but it's extremely helpful. And Wag the dog just skipped 2 of the worst lions.
Yeah, so in the NES version, I call that the Staircase of Doom because it's 3 lions, and if you're clinging to a cage when the lion swipes, you get hit. In the Game Boy version, you don't get hit if you're clinging to a cage and the lion and it swipes out. So it's much easier. But in the NES version, most of my speedruns die to that staircase.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, RPG Chick is still struggling. One thing that I try to recommend all the time on stream, you know, obviously they can't hear me, but if they've watched before, the one biggest thing that I recommend is if something doesn't work, try something different.
I believe the problem here is she got bit by the holding B pulls your umbrella out, and she's not aware you can run.
I think you're right, yeah.
Meanwhile, Seawolf is making good progress onto 1-3.
That's another thing. If you use B after you're already walking, you can run, right?
That's right. If you hold B first, you pull your umbrella out. If you hold the D-pad first, you run.
Yeah, Seawolf is doing extremely well with this game. I think
oh, wow.
Oh, yeah?
This is going to be a problem if RPGC can't come across the knowledge that you can sprint. And the problem is, where she's continued from, there's not many opportunities to run.
You know what? I am completely fine if you want at 15 minutes to offer every player the chance to ask one question. Because then that would sort of equal it out and allow other people who are further ahead to get to ask a question later on if anything is a problem. Ooh, RPG Chick did get over it though. Was that the correct way to do it?
I was looking over at the other window and missed it. I don't know what she did.
Yeah, same. I was looking at something else. Okay, let's see if she... Yeah, she knows jump. She's good.
Okay.
Or she knows run. That is great. Everybody has gotten over, I'd say, the earliest and probably the hardest wall in the game if you don't know what you're doing. It took me a long time.
Yeah, you basically have to know all of the required mechanics to play the game to get past that wall. So if you just picked the game up and didn't have a manual,
Well, in that case, I don't even have to think about something that we could do in order to help the obscure mechanic. But that's something that I think is fine to offer every once in a while, as long as you equal it out and allow everybody to ask a question. Which, by the way, one time I did do that, and the question, the person who needed the help, but possibly didn't know, the person who needed the help just asked, why? And I was like, no, that's not the question you should be asking. But, you know, we just...
So Seawolf is coming into a region of 1-3 that is pretty fun. I believe this is where, in the speedrun, I have to make 3 frame perfect, well, not frame perfect as far as the character's movement goes. So it's like a 4-frame window, jumps in a row to get over a series of holes in the ground and not get hit by a bird. It's the same here, so I'm going to see how Seawolf tackles it. But first, Seawolf has to get past the spring boss.
Yeah, the spring is a little bit tricky to use, but not too bad. There we go, Seawolf getting the spring. The bad thing about this is that a lot of the times, just because of the way the physics work, it feels like you want to go slow, but you almost never do. Like, going fast is honestly one of the best ways to get past things. Why? If you go slow near enemies, you're not going to be able to jump over them. You need to have some momentum behind you.
Yeah, I came to the discovery eventually after playing this game way too much that a lot of the levels are actually really masterfully designed, that if you never drop P-speed, you can get through them somehow, like, cleanly and perfectly. But as soon as you do, you add about 2 minutes to your speedrun because the character moves like a sack full of bowling balls.
I love that. That's actually really exciting to have a game that has that much, like, that much of an ability to just go full speed.
Also,
Why
I
does
think
the
I was
balloon hurt
mistaken. I
you?
think the series of frame-perfect jumps is on 1-4, not 1-3.
Oh,
sometime, yeah, before you...
That part is a little bit tricky because it makes you think that you just need to jump on the spring in order to get across. Now, gotta do a running start. Seawolf, unfortunately, did run.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Honestly, this game has a lot of really awesome trolls in it. And, like, I don't even get angry at the trolls when I'm playing this, you know? It makes me laugh.
Oh no, they're so good. And you eventually just come to learn Bakabon logic, and it doesn't... You eventually just get a sense for where the trolls are and where the milk is and everything, and it's fine. And then you see them and you laugh and go, "Hey, that's good," and then you don't fall for it.
Oh yeah. Good job. Seawolf is very solidly in the lead, grabbing some milk. Sorry, jog my memory. What was it that caused Milk Otter to show up?
Every 10,000 points you get one free summon of Eel Dog to save you if you die, and then you get the heal just every time you finish a level as well.
Okay.
So Seawolf actually has an extra life in his pocket right now.
Good, that's extremely helpful.
No one's played the NES game of this.
Correct. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think, what's strange about this is that it's actually a little bit difficult to find tons of information about it. This was made by Namco. But just because Namco has so many different groups and stuff, it's hard to find exactly who worked on this, but it was definitely based off of the anime series. Essentially, the name Heisei Tensai Bakabon means Heisei period Genius Bakabon, which you're not playing the main character of the game, you're playing the father of the main character.
That's right.
And you're actually really dumb. I mean, who would have guessed that? Wait, Namcot? Not Namco?
Yeah, Namcot.
Hey, I was looking at Giant Bomb. Giant Bomb's wrong then. Wow, okay, maybe I'll be able to find it now. Sorry, Giant
Seawolf
Bomb.
is looking at this drop like, do not want.
Oh, Namcot is Namco. Never mind. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Yeah, but which Namco studio made this game? I need to know.
Oh, Wag is making a really strong showing too, but he just got into this little room and face planted into a balloon, ran into the spikes, and then did the panic dolphin and died.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I love it. Like, there's so much that's amazing about this game.
Are the electric traps random? No, the electric is on a very strict timer. It's very predictable. Seawolf breaking the laws of physics here.
Very nice. Gotta stand on the Bunsen burner and not burn your buns.
Kishira's in a particularly rough spot where you have two options with that pair of lions. You can actually fit between them, because the player character is so dense that blows to his head don't actually harm him. His hitbox starts at his neck. So you can actually fit between the lions, or you can just try to race past both of them, but the timing has to be really good.
Oh yeah. It's kind of surprising how precise you have to be with a lot of stuff in this game, but it's... I don't know. At the same time, I feel like everything in this game is fair. You know, the lightning is definitely on a cycle. It's not going to just troll you. Like, everything in the map is set up in a way to make it difficult, but it's not unfair.
Yeah, the only thing that has any level of randomness to it really is the lions, and even they... I can't describe how their pattern works, but I can feel it out when I'm actually doing a run.
Wow.
There's actually some logic to where the hidden blocks are. It's a lot of triangle blocks that are out of the way. And if you follow that logic, you will find milk very often.
You'll find milk very often. Uh-oh.
I mean, wall milk is probably just as bad as wall chicken as far as food safety, but I guess if you really like cheese.
I mean, cheese, like, maybe it's actually being aged there, so it just gets better the longer it's there. I would definitely take aged cheese over aged chicken. 100%. What a video game.
So yeah, WAG is on the really unfortunate segment of one of the outdoor circus levels. It's a little kinder in the Game Boy port, but it's 3 very tall pits with springs hidden in them and birds just flying over the top of it. I'm pretty sure when they composed this song, they just like hired in a consultant that was tone deaf like Fennec.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that sounds about right. Oh my gosh, I know a guy online who has a Fennec furry character as main profile, and yeah, let's just say that if he made music, I would expect it to be about like this. What a dude.
Hey, scream foxes are important, but I wouldn't really trust them for, like, Foley work.
No, no. Yeah, it's like, if you want to destroy people's ears, sure, go for it, but, I remember nothing really about him, though, except that, like, randomly he started recording a podcast out of nowhere, and
I mean, who hasn't done that? Let's be honest.
I've never done that.
Just going, I'm gonna do a podcast.
I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, but apparently now I'm on a podcast out of nowhere. And yeah, and then it stopped pretty much just as quick, so there you go.
Seawolf is on the boss. So I had to give everyone explicit instructions on how to beat these bosses, because one of our racers is fluent in Japanese and the boss tells you, but that wouldn't be fair. So what you do here is you just have to catch the balls he throws.
Oh yeah.
I am a little disappointed that I had to flat out tell people how to beat these bosses. I wanted them to have to figure it out a little bit. But as I said, one of the racers is a fluent Japanese reader, and the boss straight up tells you how to beat it. So, well, you know.
I think that that's the best way to proceed. Now, the boss actually does not deal any damage to you unless you miss catching a ball. If a ball hits the ground, you take damage.
Alright, so Seawolf is on to the dojo.
Okay, and everybody, you're all adults.
Yeah, there's a couple of things here that are... the jokes have all been made.
Yeah, they've all been made. I do like the defensive use of bamboo here, though.
This song being kind of Kirby-ish is, yeah, pretty accurate.
Oh, okay, I think Seawolf is trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, nope.
I'm a little disappointed.
He'll figure it out.
The moles here when they pop up out of the ground. In the NES version, they're wearing little helmets, and it's incredibly cute, but they took them out for the Game Boy port.
Too complicated of a sprite, I suppose. Oh no, the mole just killed Seawolf. You don't want that to happen.
Yeah, it would be too complicated without having, like, actual color.
Oh my gosh. So, what's interesting about this game is that there are mini bosses throughout multiple of the stages. They're essentially the same each time, right?
The mini bosses, they are the same for a given world. The way it works is
okay. Yeah,
every
we've got
time
the
you
ninja
fight a
here.
boss, yeah, you have Homer Simpson Ninja here. Every time you refight a mini boss, it has one more hit point, and then in each world it changes.
I love it, Homer Simpson Ninja. It's perfect, absolutely fantastic.
Isn't it though?
It is. So, honestly, though, I mean, considering that this is essentially the Simpsons of Japan, it makes sense.
Yep, so Seawolf is in the 2-1 basement, which is, its main gimmick is these blocks that spew spikes out of them. Yeah,
it's a little bit rough.
Also, wow, the spike ground there would be impossible to see on an actual Game Boy.
Oh, geez, that is bad. Yeah, it's okay. No need for jokes. We've all seen them. We're adults, Andy. Oh my gosh.
I'm not entirely sure about Andy.
Wow.
Hey, I hung out with him a bit at GDQ. I can see that.
I was gonna say, out of anybody, it has to be my mod who starts this up.
It's all good. It's there. It's a thing that is an unfortunate truth, kind of like with Nordic runes as well. They're different.
Oh yeah. Simply put, you know, it's fine. You don't have to ignore everything. But yeah, we're adults. And that's why we might actually get to see Tanukis, everybody. I hope you're excited for that, depending on how the players do. I mean, we're halfway through the match, and Seawolf is currently on the second world here.
Yeah, I'm hoping for Tanukis. That's gonna be a ball.
Oh, yeah. Just had to throw that one out there, didn't you?
Yes. I have another one, but it's a little bit much, so I'm just gonna say yes.
By the way, Wag is currently fighting the juggling clown, who luckily is not too hard. Like, he did take one death. Honestly, most people are probably gonna die once just because they don't have much health at this point.
Oh god, look what I've started.
Oh, wow. No. Wow, Lord Hayate, you are the worst.
Alright, back to the game. Wag is on the boss.
I have to be the adult here, Tristan. I am so bad at that. Oh, Kashura jumping in front of the lion and bop! Lion just kills her. Oh my gosh. I love this music. Yeah, how could you force me to be an adult? That's, like, terrible. Tristan.
I don't think I've... I can't recall the last time I've been the adult.
That's probably for the best.
So what are you gonna be...
Seawolf climbing around, gonna jump on a spring and not make it up there. That's okay, you can do it next time, Seawolf. I've got faith.
RPG chick got a good running start for the jump and then just went 1 pixel too far and went straight down and pulled her umbrella out on the way down.
I mean, at least you don't take fall damage?
You take spike damage.
Well, I mean, the spikes, fall damage, as long as you're not taking fall damage on spikes, you know? Like, if you're getting impaled and you're an anime dude, oh no, RPG chick. Oh, that is, ouch. So you can walk across the ropes. You didn't tell them that, did you?
No, and the trick to it is you have to pull your umbrella out. If you don't have your umbrella out, you just fall through the tightrope.
Yep. Well, RPG chick did pull the umbrella out briefly, which is the right thing to do.
Alright, I need to try to get a bead here on where everyone is. I know Seawolf is in first, and Wag is pretty close behind.
Oh yeah, not bad at all. Kashura and
I need to hit a
RPG chick.
landmark I recognize to figure out the other two. The end of a stage is a really good landmark, so, you know, heck me.
Oh yeah, RPG chick managing to get up. However, look at the no health. No, pull the umbrella out. That's how you can do this without dying. I feel like RPG chick is gonna have to learn how to use this umbrella.
Yeah,
like, I actually really like...
help a lot.
I love that mechanic that, you know, you have an item that you use that is not only used in one specific situation, it's used in multiple.
Yeah, the umbrella is pretty important. Oh,
Okay.
It may be Tanuki time.
I think it probably will be. Everybody, be sure to hide your children from science.
Where's my Duke Nukem Ventrilo harassment soundboard?
Or get ready to teach your children. Oh, watch out for the spear, Seawolf. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Oh, okay, there we go. Like, I feel like Seawolf has gotten really used to the odd physics of the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, teach your children about Duke Nukem. I like that idea, actually. Oh! The fall damage is so real in this.
Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe they did get... I'm pretty sure they didn't get edited out, but there's not one in this room at least.
Well, I think it'll be in a little bit. Not yet.
Yeah, I confused the two ports because they're so similar.
That's okay. All of you, if you're excited for that, go ahead and contain your excitement. We've got a little while. And you don't have to traumatize your children yet. Okay, Wag, making it over to the spring. Gonna have to do a little jumping here in order to get through this area. RPG chick is just struggling through this spring area.
Yeah.
Not a big surprise, honestly, if you don't know that the umbrella can help you walk across the tightrope. It definitely would be a bit of a struggle. RPG chick, oh my gosh. Don't worry, the umbrella's not just there to troll you half the time. It's there for reasons.
Oh no, it's there to troll you half the time. It's just the other half is really useful.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, ninja time! I'm glad that the ninja stars only go so far, you know?
Yeah, they're very polite ninjas. They give you a chance to, you know, contain your personal space.
Well, they're polite because this was made by Namco. They know how to design stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. This is a well-designed game. It's just the jank is deliberate, and it's jank.
It's very much a jank video game, yeah. Okay, Seawolf continuing on, getting some spikes in his face. That's not good. Crawl under the double axe. Good. Watch out for the mole. Mole's just there to troll. Don't go for the mole troll.
Yeah, this is fun. If you have to go this way in a speed run because of messing up your routing, it's just like move and then he moves, move and then he moves.
I love it. It's perfect in every way, you know. Oh, ninja!
I like
how
good. Seawolf does not seem to have ever discovered that if you're moving first, you can hit B and be fine. So he's been falling back to this strat of taking the umbrella out, putting it away, and then as he's putting it away, he holds B again, at which point you won't pull it out again.
I love it.
It's a completely valid strat if you can't, you know, negotiate the D-pad movement first.
Oh yeah, I would agree. Definitely not the way that you want to do it. RPG Chick is just stuck with this puzzle. Again, remember, if you run into something and the same strategy does not work over and over again, then you may wish to change or try something different. Aha! I think Kaishura is enjoying this game.
It does seem like it. What is it made out of? Oh, the balloon.
Yeah, simply put, like, the balloon hurts you, and if you run into the balloon, it hurts you even more. Yeah, Kaishura, oh my gosh. The balloon hurt, but that is completely kind of expected. Welcome to balloons. Then again, I don't really like balloons too much. I gotta be honest, Tristan. Are you a fan of balloons?
Yes, sure.
Yes? Okay. I don't particularly like them, especially the sound of rub balloons. Like, if you rub a balloon in my presence, I'm gonna be so angry. Okay, Seawolf getting through, going into the next door here. Very nice progress on Seawolf's side. And another ninja! Who would have guessed? Oh, literally everybody, because that's the mini-boss of this area.
Yes. I mean, let me just put it out as a general ask, I guess, because maybe this is one of those things where I'm filter bubbled, but when I first came across this game, I was aware of the cartoon trope of crossing a tightrope with an umbrella. Is that something that everyone is aware of, or am I just weird because I watched really old cartoons?
I was definitely aware of it personally.
Seawolf got a life.
Yeah, life.
Seawolf has the score and, yeah, utilized the extra life from having that. Unfortunately, he's not in a good position.
Well, that's okay. It's fine. Hey, Kaishura moves on to a mini-boss again. Very nice. Seawolf, I'm a little bit concerned.
Seawolf, get out of the ceiling.
How do you just fall? Oh, you have to
tap down. That should be all you have to do.
Aha!
Oh wait, no, you can't do that if you're like in that weird thing where you're stuck between two blocks. You have to be hanging and then you hit down.
Okay, gotcha. He managed to do it. But now, gotta do the climb. Yeah, got the climb. Kaishura got through the mini-boss. And now we're on to the same stage that RPG Chick has been on for quite a while. This is gonna be some work, but Kaishura knows about the umbrella strats here. That is huge. This is gonna move Kaishura up from 4th to 3rd in just a little bit. Okay. It looks like Wag the Dog is making some solid progress as well. Seawolf just has had a commanding lead this entire match. Oh geez, the combo damage in this game is so real.
Yeah, there are a couple of portions of this game where you could just make a combo video out of it. It's pretty solid.
Ow, the spear! Oh, what a video game. Oh yeah, the milk! Okay, Kaishura moves into 3rd place for sure. Very, very nice.
Seawolf really has a grasp on the logic of where things are. Now granted, you can find secret blocks by just walking but not running, and if you come across one, it'll activate. Which is what I think he did there, was just say, hey, maybe there's something here, let me walk around.
It's completely worth it. Definitely something if... Oh, the frog! There was no getting out of that. It was just gonna happen. Okay, Wag the Dog, I think is only a couple areas behind Seawolf, to be honest. Like, he's doing a good job of catching up.
He's not far behind, that's for sure. And then Kaishura moved up into 3rd.
Yeah, one thing to remember is that with most video games out there, they're designed in a way, unless it's an RPG, they're usually designed in a way where you do not have to take damage. Especially platformers. Now, that's not true with every game out there, and that's not true with every bootleg. Actually, that's very much not true with bootlegs, but otherwise, it's generally something you should keep in mind. If it seems like you have to take damage, odds are there's another way to get through the area. Hey, Wag the Dog getting past the frog, taking a lot of damage, but hey, who cares? If you're through, you're through.
Yeah, once you get through a room, your progress is locked in, so you may as well use all of your life to get through every room and then just die in the next one. The exception to that is if you get noodles, because they will give you an extra full heart, but you lose it when you die.
Yep, and I know Wag has 4 bits of health. I think that that's going to be sitting there for a little while. Oh, noodles! That's a full health refill, isn't it? Oh,
yeah,
nope.
No, it's not. It's an extra heart container.
But there's
the only
milk.
heal is milk. Yep.
Okay, that's actually pretty helpful. Having 4 health, maximum of 5 at this point. RPG Chick is enjoying death. A lot of death.
It's like a balloon, and then something bad happens.
Okay, we have Frog Boss.
Yeah, so the gimmick here is points are going to appear everywhere. The frog has a health gauge, and the amount of score on the thing when you pick it up subtracts directly from the boss's health. If you don't get it in time, you take a half-hearted damage.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, there's a ninja hiding inside of that frog.
Oh, good. It's so hard to, like, navigate in this game, though.
Yes, and the coins lose value as you try to make your way to them.
Yeah, honestly, if you can figure out a good place to be in order for any spawn to work for you, figure that out. Seawolf not doing a bad job there. 200. It's going to be a bit of a slow fight, though. Oh, jeez. Okay, 400. Oh, 300 damage. It went down right before collecting.
So unless you're on your way to where the thing spawns, which good luck because they're random, you will not reach it in time for 500. When I do the speed run, I basically pick everyone up at 400.
Hey, 500 right there. Seawolf getting a 400 again. You know, Kaishura is doing pretty well in this lion area as well. I don't know, everybody's fighting. But yeah, Seawolf doesn't have a whole lot of health, but it doesn't really matter too much. Like, as long as you can get the coin before the time runs out, then you can keep going.
Right.
Oh, but this one might be a little bit too late. Let's see what Seawolf can do. Oh, 100.
God, you all are bad at
Very
context.
nice.
I said you will not get 500 unless you're on the way to the coin when it spawns, which is what Seawolf was doing.
Yep.
Taking me out of context here.
Yeah, who would ever do that, you know? Seawolf Come on! 100! Yeah! There we go. Good amount of damage. Honestly, this boss is kind of a fun idea.
So, it looks like Ashura has exposed an F, which, as far as I know, just gives you score. It's not in the NES version.
An F?
Yeah, the top right of the screen there. There's just this F in a circle.
Well, yeah, I have no idea what that does. But everybody, you can go ahead and...
trying to get it, and I think it's going to be a disappointment because, yeah, it does nothing.
Well, good. Exactly what I want out of my games. Seawolf, unfortunately, not going to be getting this coin. It's gone. I love that it only deals half a circle of damage, though.
Yeah, later, well, the last boss, though, is really mean, but we're not going to get to see that.
Oh, come on, Seawolf! 200! You got the 200. Whew. Taking fall damage, but honestly, it's worth it at this point. Only one more coin, and you'll be finished. If you can get it before 100. Come on, Seawolf! Are you gonna get it? Yeah! The frog ninja dies! Oh. Okay, sure, trying to get through the spikes. There we go. Very nice. RPG
Seawolf
Chick.
Getting to World 3 in an hour is super
No!
impressive.
RPG Chick tried jumping with the umbrella, but you have to hold it and not jump. You have to just walk.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm guessing that we may have some Tanuki friends soon.
I'm going to guess that I was mistaken and they do actually edit the Tanuki out.
What?
I could have sworn it was here, but that was my mistake.
Oh, everybody in chat is sad now, just so you know.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, sorry, your children don't get to learn science today.
No, in the outdoor areas of World 2, there's supposed to be Tanuki statues that are lore accurate, but I think they got edited.
I don't like these bubble boys. They
So
make me
Kaishura
feel
was
very
trying to
uncomfortable.
Oh, well, Kaishura actually beat the boss.
Yes!
They were trying to catch them on the umbrella, which is not required. It is required in the NES port. In this one, it's not required.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Huh.
I haven't completely counted Wag out yet. He's gonna have to motor to and on the boss, but it's still a possibility.
Yeah, I do feel bad for RPG Chick. She's been fighting so hard, and it's just been walled by this. But honestly, you know, she still has managed to figure out a lot of the dumb mechanics. For those who are unaware, Seawolf is currently in the lead. Wag the dog in second. Oh, RPG Chick figured it out.
Oh no!
Yeah, she's typing in chat, and is not exactly the happiest about it. Oh, I'm so sad. RPG Chick, don't hit us. Don't hit us. Next time I see you, don't hit me. Hit Tristan.
The only response was an acronym I can't repeat here.
Oh. She's just casually walking across now, and I'm so sad. Oh. Okay.
How long was she on that? About 20 minutes, if I had to guess.
I think so, yeah. It's been a long time. Seawolf taking a death. Unfortunately, his butt got really damaged.
Good.
Oh. Yeah, Natara is saying for sure it's been at least 20 minutes. Oh. But welcome to Ku5ogrande, where occasionally players get stuck on something that you didn't think would necessarily be difficult for them, but I don't know, every player has a different skill set. That one.
Hey, at least it doesn't hold a candle to the Bangira turret room.
Oh my gosh, the Bangira Memorial turret room is so good.
Never forget the Bangira Memorial turret room.
Yeah.
The
so
Bangira
RPG
Memorial
chick.
turret
Oh yeah, go ahead.
in short is where a racer back when matches were 2 hours got stuck for an hour and 45 minutes in one room.
It was the best. Oh, Kaishura taking a little damage on the mole. I love that Kaishura typed in chat that these are the good symbols on the wall, because I think these ones are essentially for peace and such. I don't know exactly, Tristan, but yeah. So don't worry, everybody. You've been filled with peace. They're the good ones.
For a moment, I thought RPGC was going to go off the top of the screen, which is what I think she was trying to do. Unfortunately, anywhere there's a wall, it extends up off the top of the screen forever. You can't skip anything here.
Yep. You really have to boogie, by the way, after you hit the switch. Basically, there's no leeway, as you saw on RPG Chick's screen. Hit the switch, jump up, and then get up above, because otherwise you're just going to get electrocuted. And this guy, you know, he's been burned, he's been flattened, he's been spiked, he's been swiped at, he's been shot at, he's gotten, like, malaria flies poking him. You know, what else does he need? Not electrocuted, you know?
Alright, so Seawolf is fighting Karate Man.
I like Karate Man.
Karate Man's good.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I really hate the Bubble Boys, though. They disturb me in many ways.
Yeah, I can see that. They're like mutant snippets from SMB2.
I was thinking the way that the Japanese draw literally any octopus ever, that's what they look like. Weird tube mouths. Just like Q*bert. Oh my gosh, they're Q*berts. Like,
you said like octopus with weird tube mouth, and now I'm thinking of sea lampreys, and I hate you for this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Q*bert, yeah, as evidenced by this game, Q*bert is evil and ugly. That's it? Yeah.
No, actually, what you see here in the Game Boy port for those enemies are exactly what they are in the NES port, too.
Yeah.
RPG Chick has reached the clown.
Ah.
So this clown, when you encounter it, gives you the hint of
yes.
You have to catch the balls I throw at you.
Oh my gosh.
So that's exactly what I told them, is to win against this, you catch the balls. I didn't say if you needed the umbrella or not because he doesn't. And I've seen that Seawolf didn't use the umbrella. A couple of other racers have tried and then discovered you don't need them, like RPGC has here.
Yep. Honestly, I'm so proud of our PG chick just sticking it through. Yes, things were extremely difficult, but luckily, like, she finally did figure out how to use the umbrella, and that's the biggest thing, you know. If you feel demoralized, just keep going. Get that personal victory. Figure it out, and that is what she has done. Seriously, fantastic.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, we are almost at the end, Tristan.
I think when I did the NES port of this, I don't think anyone beat World 1 because of the harsher continue system. So to see Seawolf make it to World 3 is really impressive.
Yeah, that is
and then anyone
fantastic.
Getting to the end of World 1.
You cut out at the end there.
It's really impressive to see someone get to the to World 3 and anyone to get to the end of World 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is time, everybody. That is the end of the match. We have seen multiple worlds here. They did a fantastic job. Honestly, that game is difficult. I recommend giving it a shot, though, because I think that despite being difficult, it's extremely fun. At least that's my opinion. We might get different opinions when we talk to some of the players here. Okay, let me see if Seawolf wants to come chat.
Apparently so.
Sweet. Okay, there he is. Wow, you were just sneaking it in here already. Hello there. Seawolf. Seawolf? Seawolf, are you here? Seawolf.
You kind of went strong bad there for a minute.
There we go. Thing on now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good.
Hear you loud and clear.
No, my new microphone now mutes itself. Like every 2 hours, mutes itself. It's really it's a thing.
Huh. Weird, but okay. Hey, so congratulations, you got the victory here. Honestly, you were pretty much in lead the entire time. You were doing great.
Oop. Don't mind me if I hit the wrong button there. But
did you just send me a private message?
No, I was doing the option to turn your volume down on my end, the new headset, and then it's like, oh, by the way, invite sent to this Magic channel.
He just invited me to a Discord instead of talking about the game.
I will show you a fantastic new game. It's actually good. No.
I love it. Yeah, so what are your thoughts?
The game's interesting. Obviously, I watched like 3 years back. We had the NES version of it, I guess, the NES or SNES version, which is kind of the same thing, but I can tell the controls are much worse than the Game Boy. Basically got to the point where I started realizing the game's like, hey, this space is here for no reason. Why don't you walk over here? Oh, look, a free full health refill. And I just kept doing that over and over again. So I could be a moron and take 5 hits and just know, like, oh, this block is in the middle of nowhere. What's that doing here? Let me step on it. Oh, look, a free refill by all the health.
Honestly, once you start paying attention to the empty space, the stuff that doesn't seem important, once you start looking at that, like, there's secrets all over the place, and they're extremely helpful.
Also, have to be stopped too. Like, you can't, like, if you run over a block, it won't trigger. You have to be standing on it or moving slow over it to make it, you know, prop up. So, yeah, a lot of things there were definitely like, if you're running, if you play the game fast, full speed fast, you'll miss about, I would say, 80% of the secrets there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've played the NES version. Like, honestly, the Game Boy version looks like a pretty faithful adaptation, visually, physics-wise, and I kind of want to give it a shot sometime.
It's interesting. I mean, a lot of stages, like, I noticed the stage, I was like, there's a key somewhere? Am I looping the stages over again? Because, like, levels, like the circus levels, like, it'd be the lion cages, then, like, 2 levels have passed, then be lion cages plus a snake, then lion cages plus another 2 snakes. So, kind of some repeats going on.
Yeah. And I think that, luckily, the game, cycles the various mechanics in a way that, you know, it increases the difficulty, but it gives it to you so that it's not going to be impossible, you know?
Yeah, and then the dual stages are also, I think the Game Boy is easier. I really don't recall, I watched like 20 minutes of it like 3 years ago. But the duels on the NES seem to be a lot more like tense and more like dangerous. You have more reach than all the bosses do. Like, if you're at that corner and you're poking them at the maximum range, they cannot hit you. Oh yeah, I think the bosses in the NES version are a little bit more difficult than on this one. This one, you just poked them and then they died. At first, I was really careful. I was really careful. I get back and forth. Got a little fire there. See, poke, poke, poke. Okay, never mind. I was like, oh, the boss. Okay, hang on. Poke, poke. Moving on.
So, is this a game that you could see yourself returning to later on?
It's interesting. It's definitely one of those games where once you know how the mechanics work, like the stages become, they're all timer based. Like the frogs are on a timer. They jump on themselves and the stage starts. So it's one of those games where like, if you have like once you play it for a few times, you'll get like the sequence of things and events down. And if you know how the game is supposed to be played, like you have all the cues there. You know, this frog jumps, this part of the song, whatever happens, happens. But if you miss one thing, like if you crawl over a block by accident, the whole thing gets out of whack and you're totally lost. Because it's he's kind of goofy walking around. Like he likes to catch things, doesn't like to fall down spaces. He doesn't like to, climb walls. He's supposed to climb walls and do stuff. He's a very temperamental man. He does things at his own time.
He's also a very stupid little man, as part of the comic.
Yeah,
that's just the lore, the true lore.
I don't know the lore.
That's okay. You can find it out some other time. I do want to give love to the people who are in chat, by the way. RPG Chick struggled so much with learning how to use the umbrella in various places. And I would say, we've had people rage quit over much, much less. The fact that you kept going and kept trying and managed to get it, like, seriously, congratulations. It means that, yeah, you don't take first, but you still just kept going despite the frustration, and I'm really happy that you were able to do that. So, feel good, okay? You rock. I'm trying to think, what else? Tristan, anything else?
No, I think that's about everything I had in mind. It was a really good match. When we did the NES port, like I said, I don't think anyone got through World 1. So to see someone to World 3, a couple of people to 2, it was that was pretty awesome to see. We got to see a good chunk of the game. Yeah. There's only 4 worlds.
Not bad.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, cool.
We had notes for the bosses, so since I don't speak Japanese, so obviously we got the notes of Tristan for the bosses. Obviously, boss 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ergo, 4 worlds.
Yeah, that's okay. I guess you got instructions, because essentially the bosses tell you how to kill them. They're not the smartest bosses in the world. Gonna be honest. Well, I think it is time for us to go. And I see Author Blue streaming. I believe we're going to go raid him, bother him. He's doing some Super Mario 64 rando.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds like a miserable experience.
They started at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, they're still going. Do we have a good raid message? Anybody in chat? I know that End was something that showed up a lot. Oh, my Stradivarius? What does that mean?
Oh, that's Three Stooges. That's Larry breaks the violin for the boxing match.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
I know the lore about that one.
Spam some Three Stooges stuff. If there are other good Three Stooges quotes, go ahead and spam those. Seawolf, Tristan, thank you very much for being here. Everybody, the players do have Twitch channels. Feel free to go find them under the names that they had during the match. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow for more Ku5ogrande. Bye!
Yatta.
Bye-bye.